Portraits of Digital Canada started 2 years ago as an idea when I saw IBM Photography Archive or Images Archive at IBM headquarters in Markham. What I saw was an incredible collection of photographs that covered very, very many themes, not only themes related directly to IBM and its corporate history, but also to many other themes of ordinary lives, lives on the streets and lives in stores and factories. I was really amazed how rich the collection was. And many of these photographs were of incredible artistic value, according to me. And I thought it would be a pity if these photographs would remain buried in these various boxes, only for a few people perhaps to see. Hence the idea of actually mounting an exhibit and selecting them for public viewing.
I think the photographs really tell the story. They're so inspiring and engaging and really tell a story of Canada's history, its social history as well as the history of computing in this country. And has a really close place, I think, for us in libraries and archives and our connection to the information age. But for us in the event last night, it sparked many conversations. I heard from many participants about, our own experiences with technology through the years, and that's what we hope to do with our archives. And so we are enormously grateful for receiving this donation. It's going to continue to spark many conversations with our students in our teaching programs and our community engagement events.
Being a curator of Computer Museum, obviously I wanted to present a theme related to computing or history of computing in Canada. Hence computing, hence digital, the faces of digital Canada, because computing is not only hardware, it's not only software, but it's also people who are producing hardware, producing software, using all of that, people who are exposed for the first time, people who are afraid of the technology, people who can't wait to experiment with them. So there are so many faces and there are so many sides of that digital Canada and its history over so many decades.
The special circumstance with which we received this collection is one I truly appreciate and honor, the connection not only with Professor Stendiak, who was a curator of this collection and introduced us to IBM, and so facilitated this partnership with IBM and a faculty partnership to bring this to York University. And that's what it's all about. Many of our archives come this way through various partnerships, and this is another example of that the libraries at York University has the opportunity to showcase these amazing Canadian archives.
The arrival of the IBM Image Archive provides us with a solid foundation to begin to support research into understanding the transition of Canadian society during the second half of the 20th century, really from an analog to a digital society, and how that has impacted various groups, and particularly how a large American corporation tailors its product to Canada as opposed to the United States. So it's going to have an impact not only on historians, but also those interested in changes in Canadian business throughout the 20th century and the way that people have been using computers. So the current plan right now is to physically rehouse the photographs in particular and to create a digital representation of an assignment so that people can see what images match up with the textual description that they'll find in our database. They'll at least have enough information to make an informed decision about whether or not to visit our reading room on the 3rd floor of Scott Library. And from there, we can have further discussions about what needs to be digitized and what needs to be shared through the library's online data repositories.
The other important aspect of having archives of photographs like this is that we also have a social contract with our donors that we preserve and steward these collections and make them accessible to the community. We frequently display this content in a variety of ways in support of our teaching programs, in support of our community engagement programs, and truly in support of IBM and other companies that have entrusted us with these kinds of records that they've donated to us. We are in partnership with them. We appreciate and are deeply honored that they came our way. And our commitment to them is that we will steward these collections well and make them accessible to the world.